The law of attraction can be divided into four different categories: your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, and your actions. Okay, there are four categories that comprise the law of attraction, and three of those four categories, thoughts, beliefs, and feelings, are all in your mind. It all takes place internally, which is why life is pretty much 75% what you think, how you feel, and what you believe, and basically a projection of your inner world. And the other 25% is based on your actions that you take. Okay, so while action is very important, action without the other 75% is pretty much like running on a treadmill. You'll put in a lot of work, exert a lot of energy, and not make any progress, which is why I want to help you act with intention. But that starts with programming your mind. Now, the first thing that you need to understand about programming your mind is that your mind is composed of two primary parts: your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is what we're going to be focusing on today because that is where the majority of your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs live. Now, it's one thing to think a certain way consciously, right? You might think, I'm a good looking person. I want to be successful. You might have these thoughts in your conscious mind that you're aware of, but they're usually pretty shallow. They're surface level thoughts, hence why they're in your conscious mind. The real work needs to be done in your subconscious mind because that's where your reality is created. Now understand this, you cannot monitor your subconscious mind all the time. That's why it's your subconscious mind. You don't have the energy to do that. You can't do that, especially within the context of your day-to-day life. What you can do, however, is change the programming of your subconscious mind so that it acts on autopilot. Okay, and that's the key. You want to get your subconscious mind, your thoughts, your feelings, and your beliefs all aligned towards the same goals that you may have, whether that be a relationship or money, success, whatever it is that you decide that you want for yourself. You need to align those three aspects of yourself first: thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Okay, and like I said, your subconscious mind is where the majority of these things take place. A lot of people think that you manifest what you want. That's not true. You actually manifest what you are. And what do I mean by that? Okay, basically, it's not even a matter of law of attraction. It's a matter of law of assumption. Okay, when you manifest things, you are magnetizing them to you. You are tapping into your infinite power, your infinite potential. Now, I'm not here to talk about religion. Okay, that's a different video topic for a different day. But what I will say is this, okay, if nothing else, your mind is much more powerful than you realize, particularly your subconscious mind. A great example of this is angel numbers. Okay, whether you believe angel numbers come from a divine source or not, they exist, right? There are large portions of the population, especially within this community, that see angel numbers on the regular. Now, you could argue that angel numbers are divine, a message from God, a message from the universe, your higher self. Or you could argue that it's your subconscious mind being programmed to see these numbers. Now, anybody who sees angel numbers knows that a lot of times when you see these numbers, you're not looking for them. They come at the times when you least expect them to come. That is proof of the law of assumption. You have programmed your mind in some capacity. Either you've programmed your mind or that higher power has programmed your mind to see these angel numbers. That is proof, undeniable proof of manifestation. Another example, okay, if I tell you right now to look for a silver car, or better yet, a yellow car. Yellow is a pretty rare color. Look for a yellow car. I just planted that seed in your mind. By the end of this video, you'll probably have forgotten about that. But within these next 7 days, if you're living your normal life, you're going to see a yellow car. You're either going to see it on your computer, you're going to see it in real life, you're going to see a yellow car, and you're going to think about this video. And maybe you might come back and watch the video again. But the point I'm making is that your mind is infinitely powerful. And that's why you have to tap into your power to program your mind. Okay, it is entirely on you what program runs in your mind. Now, a lot of people, they run on autopilot, they run on conditioning, right? What does that mean? They let other people program their minds for them. This is the major issue with most people. They lack awareness, they lack self-awareness of the thought patterns, the feelings, and the beliefs that live within their subconscious mind. And sometimes, like I said earlier, they can contradict the beliefs on the surface. So you may think, I'm going to be successful, but deep down in your subconscious mind, in the shadow realm, you believe that you are a victim because of your race, because of your gender, because of your circumstances growing up. Victimization and power do not go hand in hand, right? And the subconscious belief is always going to win because your subconscious mind works on autopilot 24/7 because it has to create your reality all the time. Okay, so how do you fix this? How do you fix that programming? It starts with awareness. You have to be aware of your thought patterns, of your feelings, and of your beliefs. Now, how do you develop this awareness? There are multiple ways to do that. The first way that you can develop this awareness is through therapy. And that brings me to BetterHelp, the sponsor of today's video. Now, I want to give a big shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video because therapy is extremely useful in identifying these shadow beliefs. Okay, you clicked on this video because you want to program your mind for something, success, love, whatever it may be. But like I said earlier, that starts with your shadow thoughts, your shadow feelings, and your shadow beliefs. And the best way to extract these shadows from yourself is to seek professional counsel because these people are literally trained. They've dedicated their lives to helping people do that. Now, I know a lot of times it can be difficult to do this shadow work by yourself because you don't know what you don't know, right? If you knew what your shadows were, you wouldn't need help. But luckily for you, BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist with whom you can start communicating within 48 hours or 2 days. It's not a crisis line, it's not self-help, it's professional counseling done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus counselor network, a lot of which may not be locally available in many areas. This service is available for clients worldwide. As long as you have access to the internet, you have access to BetterHelp. You can log into your account at any time and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses, and you can schedule a weekly video or phone call so you won't ever have to wait in an uncomfortable waiting room like you would in traditional therapy settings. BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors whenever needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So go to betterhelp.com/Jordan Green. That's betterhelp.com/Jordan Green and join the over 1 million people who are taking charge of their minds by seeking professional counsel. Now, in addition to therapy, another great way to develop awareness of your shadow beliefs is journaling. Okay, starting a daily journal and starting a dream journal in particular, because your dreams are largely a projection of your subconscious mind. So if you notice that you have very strange and vivid dreams, it might be to your benefit to journal these dreams down. And over time, see if you can identify patterns within these dreams. Journal about your dreams, journal about the way that you feel on a day-to-day basis, especially when you feel bad. When you have those days that you feel bad for no reason, there is a reason why. It's on you to figure out what that reason is. Okay, you have to dig deep within your mind and figure out what subconscious belief is causing you to perceive things in a negative light. It happens to me too. Okay, but the key is being aware of this, being aware of these shadow beliefs. Whenever you feel this way, when you feel lost, when you feel down and depressed, that's an opportunity for you to identify and illuminate your shadows in your subconscious mind and then change them. Okay, but like I said, it all starts with awareness. You can't change something that you don't know is present. You have to be aware that it's there so that you can transcend it. Now, how do you transcend your subconscious beliefs once you develop that level of self-awareness? Programming, intentional self-suggestion, self-programming. That's how you do it. Now, how do you go about that? What are some practical methods that you can use to program your subconscious mind? Number one, vision boards. Okay, you can see in the background right now, I'll probably put a picture of my vision board up. Vision boards are very powerful because they act as subliminals in a sense. Now, think about it like this, okay? When you're driving down the road, you see billboards on the side of the street. You're not supposed to read the billboards as you're driving, right? You see them out of the corner of your eye, and subconsciously, your mind picks up on the advertisement, the product placement, the branding. So, for example, you might see a McDonald's billboard, and maybe 3 days later, you're hungry and you go to McDonald's. You don't see the connection, but the people who are in charge of marketing, they see the connection. Okay, this is basic psychology, programming. You have to learn to program your own mind in the same way. Just like they can program you, you can program yourself as well. And when you have a vision board full of all of the things that you desire, and it's in a place where you have to see it every single day. You know, you could have a vision board on your phone as your home screen. You can make a physical vision board like I have. You can do whatever you want to do, okay? But creating a vision board will help you to keep your mind occupied, focused on the things that you desire. Energy flows where attention goes. When your attention is on your desires, that's where the energy is going. Subconsciously, you're subconsciously going to exert more energy towards the fulfillment of those desired goals. It's all subconscious. You're programming yourself subliminally. Now, speaking of subliminals, that is another way that you can program your subconscious mind using subliminals. Now, this is something that I've more so started to do recently. I wasn't really into this type of stuff before. When I first started learning about the law of attraction, I didn't really trust them, but what I've learned is that subliminals are extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. There are many guided meditations, subliminal videos about money or love or anything else in between that you can listen to. And they're especially powerful when you listen to them at night as you're falling asleep. Okay, your subconscious mind is the most susceptible to programming as you're falling asleep and right after you wake up. So take advantage of that. Okay, as you're falling asleep every night, listen to subliminal messages. And what's going to happen is because your mind, your subconscious mind, is susceptible to programming, you're going to absorb those subliminals. It's going to go into your subconscious mind, directly into your subconscious mind. And that right there, that is where your power is found. Okay, it's like a cheat code. It almost sounds too good to be true, but it's really that simple. Programming your mind isn't very difficult at all. But you have to be consistent. You have to take action. You have to use that 25%, i.e. action, to program the other 75% so that you can essentially program yourself to take even more actions that perpetuate that other 75%. And so the cycle goes on. Okay, and that's why it's very easy to generate momentum over time when you start taking action now by programming your mind.